Coming up on Sports Nation, Argentina completed one of the best comeback wins in the World Cup, and Lionel Messi has a lot to talk about it, and we'll dive into how they believe they won. Next, LeBron is now an official part of the free agency, and there has been buzz over where he should sign, and we'll discuss on those certain teams. And then there a lot of technology have been useful for many sports teams, but how do they intend on using them to improve their advancements? And we'll dive deeper into that. Sports Nation starts right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports Nation, the show where everybody can explore the greatness in sports. I'm your host, Adrian Thomas, and we got a good lineup for you today. Before we dive into today's episode, let's introduce our fellow panelists. Right side of me is a scholar from Claflin University, and is a fan of the New England Patriots. Meet my brother, Kentrell Thomas. Thank you for having me. And on the left side is a fellow cousin of mine who is always dedicated to a cause and is a great fan of the San Francisco 49ers and the Las Vegas Raiders, my cousin, Reggie.
Thank you for having me.
Now let's move on to today's top story, which is brought to you by Z Sports. Argentina has once again come out on top when they scored a 2-1 comeback win against England. During the game, Argentina came back late thanks to shots from Lautaro Martinez and Enzo Fernandez. Lionel Messi was asked about the game, and this is what he said. The fans wanted this victory more than any other because of what it means to face England in a semifinal and reach another World Cup final. Now, Trill, what do you think about Argentina's incredible win against England?
If I could give my honest opinion, I am sick of Argentina always having these comeback wins. I have been waiting on them to get out of the World Cup for the longest, but yet they just keep making it to the end. So, as much as I dislike them, I have to respect it because they putting their heart and soul out there on that field. So I give credit where it's due, but hopefully they don't make it. Hopefully they lose the finals.
And what would happen if they do win the finals?
I'm gonna just be the casual Argentina hater that I always been, pretty much.
All right. Now, what's your response, Reggie?
Well, yeah, that's like he said. Yeah, you get tired of seeing them going in too. But hey, that's what they doing. Nobody can't do like they can't beat them. So you gotta give them a hats on too. Let them all go ahead on. They doing their thing.
So I
Yeah,
have to
let
ask,
them.
so I have to ask you this: if you were a recent Argentina fan, how would you feel if you were aimed to see them celebrate their victory?
If I was an Argentina fan, if I was a fan, I'll be glad. I'll be glad for him if I was a fan, but not really. I ain't saying I ain't no fan. I ain't really like he said, like said. I'm trying to send them in there too. But it seems like nobody can't beat them. And that's it.
All right. Now let's move on to the latest news in basketball. NBA superstar LeBron James became an unrestricted free agent and has been called on by many teams. Some of those teams included Golden State, Miami, Cleveland, and Philadelphia. These teams have often even left voice memos that could define their interest in him. So, Trail, I'm going to start with you. Where do you think LeBron will land next season?
Um, that is a good question. I'm wondering about where LeBron gonna go. I honestly want him to go to Minnesota, but I could also see him with Philly too. But I really want to see him and Ant work together. That's what I want to see.
And what about the inclusion of Rudy Gobert? How much of a great trio would that make for the Timberwolves?
Well, we need Rudy Gobert to be consistent. But now that Julius Randle gone, it might be more cohesion with the Timberwolves. At least that's just my opinion.
All right, Reggie. Where do you think LeBron will
Well,
go
cool.
to?
Be honest with it. It don't matter where he go to me. I'm glad he gone from the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he gone from there. He need to retire. That's what he need to do. But if he go anywhere, he might end up going back to Cleveland or back to Miami. You know, that is my decision, my opinion.
And why would you believe that he would go back to Miami?
But I try to probably help him out get another ring. You know, probably help Bam. Probably help Bam out. Probably help Bam out. Then respect. And then another thing with Cleveland, I think he'll go back to Cleveland. Like, that's his home, his city. He probably won't go back and get another championship before he do retire. You know, that's my opinion.
All right. Now let's go on to our final segment, which is called Tech in Sports. Many sports teams have been partnering up with major tech companies in order to improve interactions in different sports. For instance, the Seattle Seahawks partner up with the company Accenture to help improve their fan engagement and their game time decisions. Erica Tapper, the director of Accenture, stated that the deal reflects a shared belief that the future of sport will be built through and is being reinvented with technology. So, Reggie, let's start with you. How do you think technology will help athletes and other sports teams?
That would help them. Yeah, help them. Probably help them a lot. You know, with different stuff, and maybe you know, help them with different stuff. Probably give them a lot of what's called a lot of things going.
And can you be more
You know,
specific about the roles?
let's see, let's call it. Let's see, let's go. Let's see. Probably educate them. Probably educate them. Probably bring a lot of stuff there. A lot of stuff there to Seattle. And all them help with the fans and all that there. And the athletes and the ones that be drafted and come and play for Seattle.
All
Stuff
right.
like that.
All right. Now, Trail, what are your ways that technology will help them?
Well, we can give an example with the World Cup itself. How some technology has been helping most of the European players because as much as they say that Americans can't handle British heat, they obviously couldn't handle ours when they got over here. So a lot of them are getting certain breathing masks that are kind of acclimating their body to get used to the environment down here, especially at the times where they playing in cities that are twice as hot as what they usually playing in, and having just the constant update so they know how your body react. And on the side they know how fast your heart rate going if they need to take you out. All these things can help also prevent injuries, but also make the sport safer so we don't have as many injuries as well.
And based on play by play decisions, how would that help them calculate a path to certain success?
With play-by-play decisions, it kind of gets iffy when technology gets involved because you can look at it from three different angles and have three different answers. So that still has to be worked on some, but eventually it'll work its way out.
All right. That's all the time we have for today. I would like to thank Trail and Reggie for their great insights.
Thank you for having me.
I would like to thank all of the listeners for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like and subscribe. Until then, this has been Sports Nation. I am Adrian Thomas, and we'll see you next time.